Good evening, guys. Can you hear me? All right. So we'll start the Stalin pole machine. Stalin pole rotor synchronous machine. Stalin pole मतलब मैंने बता दिया आपको पहले. So and you have rotor of this nature. Okay. This is the state what I have. So what we are discussing here, तो ये वाला है ना, this is called direct axis. D axis, this one is Q axis. Distance, इसमें क्या आर्मेचर से डायरेक्ट एक्शन डिस्टेंस कम है, इधर क्वाड्रेचर एक्सिस में ज्यादा है, इसलिए इधर परमियंस ज्यादा है, मतलब रिलक्टेंस कम है, अपोजिशन फ्लक्स के लिए अपोजिशन कम. Let me see here now. For example, field flux, this is the flux which is coming here. So if we draw the phasor diagram, this is field flux phi f, rotor से आ रहा है. So आपको voltage आएगा EF on the stator. Stator अगर इधर EF मतलब इधर आएगा. Current भी armature current, for example, it's lagging IAR. So look at here now, this is for example 3-phase currents IAR, उसका वजह से फ्लक्स आ गया, आर्मेचर का फ्लक्स आ गया. लेकिन अभी मैं क्या बोल रहा हूँ, अभी तक मैंने क्या बता दिया आपको, फ्लक्स और करंट दोनों इन फेज में होगा. पहली बार आपको दिखा रहा हूँ फ्लक्स इज नॉट इन फेज विद द करंट. So meaning, of course, for example, this is direct axis, that's what I have shown you. This is D axis and this one is Q axis. So अभी flux what will happen, armature flux है ना, क्योंकि इधर distance कम आए, more armature flux will interact in the direct axis. इधर distance कम है ना, तो armature से rotor को interaction मतलब ज्यादा नजदीक है ना, तो इन्फ्लुएंस ज्यादा होगा. लेकिन इधर क्या है, आर्मेचर फ्लक्स से रोटर फ्लक्स को डिस्टेंस ज्यादा है, so either interaction or influence is less. So meaning your armature flux is more interact with the direct axis, so your phi A R is in line with the direct axis here. Now this is phi A R and जो भी R, it's got two components, phi D and phi Q. And similarly FD MMF in direct axis component and FQ in quadrature axis component. So all are divided. Current flux is divided two components, matlab armature flux interact in the direct axis. You can mention phi D. What is phi D? Phi D is the armature flux interacting in the direct axis. Phi Q is the armature flux interacting in the quadrature axis. मैं बता रहा हूँ. तो ये फेजर डायग्राम आ गया. Now, if we draw the phasor diagram for this, right, one more thing I want to highlight. When flux is more, phi d ka flux, definitely phi d interaction is more. Phi d is greater than phi q. I know that x can be written as j l omega. L is written as n phi by I. Do you agree with me? L equal to n phi by I. So phi is here now. Phi d is more means xd is more. Xd is greater than xq, meaning xs has two components. Synchronous reactance has two components here now. One is xd, another is xq. Xd is called direct axis reactance and xq is quadrature axis reactance here. Okay, xq is quadrature axis and as I mentioned phi d greater than phi q, so your xd will be greater than xq. If you draw the phasor diagram, same phasor diagram, look at here now, EF is here. Where is VT? If current is lagging, generator either E should leading the voltage. So your VT will be somewhere here. Let me draw that, this one. Eval phasor diagram, let me draw that. So I'm just drawing that. And this is important for your examination. Please understand. This is EF, whatever I'm getting here now, I'm drawing that. And your terminal voltage, this is your VT. And current, armature current is lagging the voltage. This is my assumption. Because most of the loads are lagging in nature. So this is my assumption. IAR is the current. So cylindrical mean, what is the equation I have here now? In cylindrical, equation क्या है हमको? EMF equation, EF equal to VT plus IARA plus JIARA XS. In salient, current has two components. So it has an influence phi d and phi q. So how can I modify here now? EF is VT. Let me keep IAR as such. This I'm making as a J IAR XS है ना? J IAR XD. IAR XD plus XQ I'm making. XS is XD plus XQ. So two component JAR XD, JIR XQ. Okay, let us see here now what will happen. So IARA, let me, this will be in parallel. I'm drawing this. IA इधर है ना, so इसको parallel में draw करना है. This is where I'm drawing here now. And J, okay, you can have two components as I mentioned, JIDXT. Rather than writing this way, let me write IAR को two components ले लो. So I can write here now. Plus JIDXT plus JIQXQ, two components. Currents कहाँ है अभी? मैंने बता दिया already. IAR has two components. This is IQ and this is ID. So meaning here current has two components. एक current इधर आएगा which is IQ. ये वाला important है. Please understand. There are gate questions. So this is here ID. Now JID current is in phase with this one, IA, RA, IA, RA and current are in phase here. Now let me draw that. This is the one. Current के parallel में draw करना चाहिए. This is the one I am drawing. So this is IAR RA plus JID XT. ये वाला EMF equation. JID means ID इधर है. JID कहाँ आएगा? JID will be, this is the one. JID XD and JIQ XQ. IQ इधर है ना? JIQ will be perpendicular to IQ. So this is one I have. JIQ XQ. So right, this is EF. Now I would like to have some simple derivation here now to understand this. So let us see here now. Simple, छोटा सा derivation है. What I'm the waveform में phasor diagram is over, but I'm extending this. By the way, इस इन दोनों का एंगल क्या है? V and E का एंगल क्या होगा? This is delta, and this is phi power factor angle. Both the angle. This one is called psi, which is phi plus delta, which is phi plus delta, right? So now, what I'm doing here now, I'm extending this current, only extending. So then you draw a perpendicular line to this, it will meet somewhere here now. Not exactly here, क्योंकि ये वाला perpendicular and it won't go that way. Somewhere they वाला point. Now I'm extending this. EF का, so this is the first form of EF. There are other derivations for the EF here now. So उसके लिए, by the way, can you please tell me what is the value of ID here now in terms of IAR? ID का value कितना होगा? ID value of ID in terms of IAR. I'll write it here now. What is ID? Direct axis current. ID here now. IAR. ये वाला psi है. Can I say IAR sin psi? IAR mathematics है. Simple mathematics. Similarly, IQ horizontal component है भी IQ. So current cos phi, cos psi. IAR cos psi. So now, if this is psi in triangle O, A, and B, okay, and this is model of BB dash, this is A dash, and C dash, and this is C model. Now tell me from triangle OAB में ये वाला psi हुआ तो इधर psi है, इसका एंगल कितना होगा यार? What is this angle? What will happen this angle? In this triangle में 180 होना चाहिए total. This is psi, ये वाला 90. How much this is? कितना होना चाहिए guys? Are you with me? समझ गए ना मैं क्या बोल रहा हूँ इधर? Very simple है. So इधर psi है, इधर 90 है. In triangle OAB इसका एंगल कितना होगा? 90 minus psi. Do you agree with me? 90 minus psi. So now this is 90. So what is this angle? This will be psi. So the total angle is 90. Okay, good. Now, ये वाला length BB dash is IQ XQ. So what I'm doing is simple derivation in triangle B dash A dash. From triangle B dash and A dash. Okay. What I'm doing here now, write cos psi. Cos psi. Cos psi is adjacent side, which is BB dash upon BA dash. BA dash. So BB dash कितना है? I know ये BB dash है ना, ये वाला length is equal to this one IQ XQ, only magnitude. So I would say here now B A dash or A dash B, whatever it may be, is equal to is equal to ये वाला bb dash upon cos psi. So bb dash कितना है iq xq cos psi. लेकिन iq by cos psi वो कितना है iq by cos psi. Look at here now, iq by cos psi which is IAR. So I'm writing here now one point, important expression. B A dash magnitude is IQ by cos psi is IAR. So means this length is IAR XQ. This length is IAR XQ. So what I can write here now, OB can be written as now OB in phasor. OB phasor, which I would say here now from here to here now this length. Let me say this length is some EF dash. I'm considering this value is EF dash. EF dash. That is EF dash. AB phasor है. Angle आएगा. Can be written as VT plus this is phasor. ये length है. This one, this and this. IAR RA plus JIAR XQ. Very important. So to understand this total EF क्या हो गया? That is one way of getting this EF dash. EF dash मिल जाएगा हमको. ये वाला phasor है. IAR XQ everything. OC magnitude which is EF magnitude चाहिए हमको. इधर क्या डेल्टा मिल गया? EF dash जो भी एंगल आ रहे वो वाला डेल्टा है, क्योंकि EF dash एंड EF दोनों सेम फेज में है. इसको कितना एंगल मिलेगा EF dash को, उतना एंगल EF को भी मिल जाएगा क्योंकि दोनों सेम फेज में है. लेकिन मैग्नीट्यूड अलग गई. EF के लिए हम करना क्या? So OB which is EF dash magnitude plus BC magnitude. ये BC magnitude कैसे आएगा यार? I want to get BC magnitude. For that, if you able to get this total one, this is IDXT. A dash B इसको वैल्यू पता चलना ताकि आपका B dash C dash मिलेगा. ये दोनों डिस्टेंस फ्रॉम हियर टू हियर, B dash to C dash is same as B to C. So what I'm doing here now, another from the same triangle only. I'm using the same triangle, which is very much useful for me. B dash A dash 1 2 3 ये वाला triangle में, which is very much useful for me. So what I'm doing here now, this time sin psi. You write the sin psi here now. So what will happen? A dash B dash by hypotenuse IAR XQ. This is IAR XQ है ना, पता चल गया हमको. So from here, A dash B dash magnitude, what is that? IAR sin psi. What is IAR sin psi into XQ? IAR sin psi is ID. समझ गए ना बात? So this is ID XQ. So ये मिल गया. Total A dash C dash is, I'll erase this portion if you are already copied. So I'm just writing because I want to keep everything on one page. So what I'm doing here now, IDXT, but I want B dash C dash, which is BC. So can I write total A dash C dash is IDXT? So this is what I'm saying. B dash C dash is equal to BC is equal to A dash C dash minus A dash B dash. Here say here XT IDXT minus A dash B dash is ID x cube. Very important expression, ID into xd minus x cube. So the total expression of लिख सकते हैं EF का expression, you can write it here now. This is very, very important final expression I am writing, which is equal to EF. This is equal to EF equal to EF dash plus ID xd minus x cube. This is the expression. So the final second expression I am writing here now. If you already copied this is not needed. So what I am doing here now, this is the first. Second expression is EF magnitude के लिए I want only magnitude EF dash plus ID xd minus xq, second expression. But what is EF dash? EF dash मिलेगा with angle also. VT plus IA RA plus JIR xq. Both are important. This is the one EF के लिए and EF dash के लिए. This is EF dash के लिए ये वाला expression है. This is EF dash VT plus IA RA plus JIR xq. इधर से delta मिलेगा. So mention this. Whatever the angle that you come from the EF dash is delta. Very important. So copy these expressions and xd greater than xq. ये वाला phasor diagram. This story is not needed no more. These two equations are important for us. Of course, even one also we don't use. First one also, only second one we use. Another one, if only for angle also. अगर मान लो alone I want angle delta चाहिए, then you can calculate this. EF dash calculate करो, आपको angle मिलेगा. First of all, you write this point. Angle obtained to EF dash is delta. Angle obtained to EF dash. Angle obtained to EF dash is delta. Load angle. Okay. So from the same triangle, if it is from triangle OA dash B, otherwise triangle OAB also is fine. Three corners. Tan psi, where psi equal to phi plus delta. In this case, for generator lagging, this is for generator lagging case. For other generator leading, it becomes minus phi plus delta. That's a different story. Tan psi opposite side by AA dash plus A dash B. A dash कितना हो गया? ये वाला लेंथ है. What is this length? VT cos phi, VT sin phi. ये वाला है ना VT. VT cos phi. Okay. And VT sin phi. I can write here now. VT sin phi plus this one IAR x cube opposite side. Hypotenuse AB is this one. A dash plus this one. A dash is इधर length है. इधर का value है ना. ये वाला VT cos phi एक, VT sin phi एक, sin phi लिखा. Next one VT cos phi sin I, this is phi, plus this one IAR RA. This way also can obtain. There are a number of ways of solving the problem. We'll solve a problem, don't worry. because this is important. As keep on saying, ये वाला हमने जो भी कर दिया आधे घंटे से, very important for examination. मोटर इक्वेशंस चाहिए, मैंने बता दिया. करंट, wherever the current is there, keep minus current, minus IA. You will obtain the motor equations. Mention for motor equation, you can mention this. In EMF equation, keep minus IAR for motor expressions. Keep minus IAR for motor expressions. Okay. So for all the combinations, see, we want all मैं तो ये combination बता दिया आपको generator lagging case में. Generator lagging case में ये वाला expression से. Generator leading case में क्या expression है, motor lagging case में क्या expression है, motor leading case में क्या expression है. You want to know that because the problems are there. So let me give those expressions here now. So shall I clear this one? These things clear कर दो. ये वाला expressions important क्योंकि all four varieties are asked in examination. If you see every year one question. एक बार motor lagging गए, दूसरे बार motor leading गए, generator lagging गए, generator leading गए. So such kind of questions are there on this one. Salient pole rotor. So let me write it here now. So first one, as I mentioned, as we have discussed, first is generator lagging PF. Salient pole के लिए बस. Generator lagging PF. What we have done? EF magnitude is EF dash plus ID XT. Just now we have seen ID XT minus XQ lagging PF. What is EF dash? EF dash is not just magnitude, we'll get angle also. VT plus IAR RA plus JIR XQ. That's all. And the second one, generator if it's leading, PF is given to you. So EF magnitude is EF dash minus ID XD minus XQ, where EF dash is same formula, generator, you will not change. IAR RA plus JIAR. There is a pattern. You try to remember that pattern. Now the third one, motor. Motor case, lagging. Motor lagging. So this one is EF magnitude I'm talking about. EF dash plus ID XT minus XQ. And what is EF dash? EF dash is motor, wherever the current is there, you make it minus VT minus IARA minus J IRXQ. Then the fourth one, motor leading PF. EF dash or EF magnitude is EF dash magnitude minus and your EF dash, as I mentioned, it is a phasor VT minus IARA minus JIARXQ. So we can't draw every time the phasor diagram. So इसलिए we are concluding here now. And another thing I would like to mention here, psi in case of generator, psi is equal to 5 plus delta. This is for generator. In case of motor, delta is lagging, right? Psi which is equal to 5 minus delta. Okay. Just copy this one. Okay. Another formula is for generator EF value will be मतलब only magnitude. अगर magnitude चाहिए तो VT cos delta plus IDXT. You can write it this way also. This is the one, right? Phasor diagram हमने draw कर दिया. So just want to show here now. This is VT. Sorry, EF. So VT इधर आ गया ना. ये वाला VT है. IARA neglect करो. No issues. IARA neglect कर दिया तो this is IDXT. So what is EF then? This is delta. So another way of expressing this one, RE 0 कर दिया तो VT cos delta. Only magnitude चाहिए. EF magnitude, if you want it directly, without doing EF dash, so you can have VT cos delta plus IDXT. This way also you can do. Otherwise, you remember only one. There are many ways of doing the EF. You just remember only one. Maybe these expressions and try to substitute. Okay. Let us solve one problem so that you'll understand the things here clearly. So let me move on here. So simple will do in per units. So the problem becomes simple. Two questions here now. क्या पूछा है इधर देख प्रॉब्लम देख लेना ये भी गेट क्वेश्चन है गेट में पूछा है एक बार so there are many questions such kind of questions in gate xd दिया पर नो प्रॉब्लम xq दिया सप्लाइंग ए फुल लोड रेटेड वोल्टेज है 0.8 pf lagging है so I'll use the formula which I given to you so what I use I'll try to use this formula first you need to identify कौन सा है generator है lagging pfi ये देख लेना corresponding formula use करना EF magnitude, I'll use EF dash plus ID into XD minus XQ. ID into XD minus XQ. That's the formula. This is also magnitude only. लेकिन EF dash क्या है? EF dash will get a magnitude along with the angle. EF dash magnitude along with the angle. This is VT plus IA RA. There is no RA given. RA neglected. So J IA RXQ. RA 0 कर दिया. So this becomes rated voltage per unit simple means this is always 1 at an angle 0 क्योंकि rated दिया इसलिए per unit simple है J full load है current is full load current 1 but angle देखना चाहिए angle is 0.8 pf lagging so cos phi is 0.8 cos inverse of 0.8 which is 36.86 so this is lagging नहीं ना 86 xq 0.5 per units that's all. So please calculate this 1 plus and 0.5, this is 0.5 at an angle 90 minus 36.86. What is that value? 53 point something, right? Positive 53.14. So now you please इसको rectangle में convert करो. This is 1 plus 0.5 cos 53.4 j 0.5 sin 53.14. Please calculate this. 0.5 cos 53.14 कितना है वैल्यू बता दो ये दोनों ऐड करो finally you have to tell me something like r at an angle theta okay what is that ef dash you have to tell me please What is the value you are getting? Okay, I have the value also. Let me give it to you then. It is taking time. It shouldn't take time. Actually, this is a gate question, 2 marks, 2 minutes. So this will be, if you add these two, I think this is 0.3 around. So 1.3 plus j, and this becomes here 0.5, 0.4 this is. Add कर दिया तो total polar में convert करना. This will be 1.3 at an angle 17.1. This is in per units. Now what should I do here now? ID है ना? ID का value चाहिए. What is ID value? ID is IAR here sin psi. So what is psi? Lagging case में generator lagging case मैंने बता दिया already. Psi is 5 plus delta. Phi is 36.86. What is delta here? मैंने बता दिया जो भी angle EF को मिलेगा that is delta. So here itself load angle can be written directly 17.1. Important. हमको angle EF के साथ नहीं मिला, EF dash के साथ मिला. EF dash and EF दोनों साथ में जा रहे, एक साथ में इन फेस में जा रहे, तो इसका जितना एंगल आएगा वही एंगल EF को भी होगा. सो इसलिए हमको डेल्टा मिल गया. इधर डेल्टा, इधर लोड एंगल इज 17 डिग्री हियर. सो दिस इज 17.1. दिस इज टोटल अराउंड 30, 37, 17, 54 approximately. Yeah, that's correct, Anchal. It's 1.35 around. Yeah, cool. That's correct. Angle, cool. Good. Yeah, that is the value. Very nice. So psi मिला, तो इधर substitute करो ID का value. IAR is 1 per unit है ना, sin 54. Angles are at actual values. So this will be sin 54 around 0.81. So ID mila XD. Now you substitute the value. EF magnitude is equal to EF dash is only magnitude. That's what I have been saying. EF dash के साथ angle होगा, magnitude होगा. You just take only the magnitude. So EF dash 1.3 plus ID is 0.81. XD कितना है? Those values are given 0.8 minus 0.5. That's all. So this value, how much you are getting? 1. So EF dash is what? 1.35, right? You are saying, Anchal, is 1.35. I can get 1.35, no problem, accurately. 1.35 plus 0.8 into something this is. So total around 1.6, around you are getting. No problem, 1.54 clear, approximately 1.6 per unit. Whatever the value you are getting. That way you can obtain this. So in salient pole, there is a power. The power will be obtained in salient pole machine. Actual power is given by, cylindrical rotor में power is given by EV by XS sin delta. Whereas in salient pole, power is given by EF VT by XD sin delta. Vt square by 2 1 by x cube 1 by xd, मतलब xd minus x cube by 2xd x cube sine 2 delta is the formula. It has two terms. So if we draw this power curve P here now, this is the first one, two terms here now. First is directly proportional to delta, P is directly proportional sine delta. So this is the one, this is 90 and 180. Second line, sine 2 delta. Second term is sine 2 delta. So when 45 equal to delta equal to 45, then it is maximum. Delta equal to 90, it is minimum. So you get a second one is like this. So this is first and second one. The power which you are getting, this one is called as a reluctance power. Due to saliency. Salience means rotor salient rotor है ना इसलिए. So then combining together 1 and 2, what is happening here now? If you just combine here now, definitely it is more. Power is kind of more. So you can see here now, maximum is occurring somewhere this one, somewhere 60-70. मैक्सिमम 90 पे नहीं, इससे पहले वाला 90 से आ रहा है स्टडी स्टेट स्टेबिलिटी, लेकिन अभी ये कंबाइन करने के बाद 1 + 2 स्टडी स्टेट स्टेबिलिटी लिमिट इज अकरिंग बिटवीन 45 to 90. So meaning you are getting maximum power early, not going even to the 90. That is actually a disadvantage, क्योंकि स्टडी स्टेट स्टेबिलिटी you are obtaining at say 60 degree. So मैंने बता दिया स्टडी स्टेट स्टेबिलिटी लिमिट मींस विदाउट लूजिंग सिंक्रोनिज्म उधर तक जाना चाहिए. अगर ये वाला 60 डिग्री पे आप मैक्सिमम आ रहा है, मतलब 60 के बाद आप ऑपरेट मत करना. योर डेल्टा वैल्यू शुड नॉट गो बियॉन्ड 60 अंडर स्टडी स्टेट. You understand my point? So you can mention that point, and steady state stability limit is occurred between 45 to 90. Steady state stability limit or P maximum is obtained between delta, or I'm just writing delta is 45 to 90. Okay. So there's a last topic in synchronous machines is a parallel operation. Let me move on to that. कब चालू किया हमने? 5 तारीख है ना, तो 25th. So let us see last topic of synchronous machine. Then tomorrow we can start induction motor. You are important parallel operation. See, we have seen parallel operation of transformer. We have seen parallel operation of उसके बाद क्या है DC generator. Now we are seeing the parallel operation of synchronous generator. Before going to the parallel operation, first we'll discuss about the synchronization. Synchronization of alternator. मतलब इसमें dark lamp method and second one is dark and bright lamp method. So what are we doing here now? So for example, one generator I have, this is the first generator, one generator, and this generator is already existing to the bus bar. You are a three-phase supply. Okay, now let me connect here now. This is infinite bus, something like a grid where V and F are fixed. Constant voltage frequency of grid change again, ideally speaking. This is G1, first generator. So G1, now new generator, incoming generator are, this is the generator 2. So what I do here now is to synchronize करना. Synchronize के लिए कुछ methods है, and it has to follow. I told you that there are few conditions to parallel operate. The conditions क्या है? First thing is kind of voltage should be same, okay, and I'll write it anyway. So this is the second phase. Okay, second generator G2. This is infinite bus and where voltage and the frequency is constant. Okay, yeah. So this G2 generator here now, first अगर मान लो dark line method use कर रहे, if it is dark line method, what we do, we have a bulb in all the places. Say for example, this is a bulb is connected, and this is another bulb, this is another bulb. Say B1, B2, and B3, three bulbs. B1, B2, B3 are bulbs. Maybe 60 watt bulb we have taken. So conditions क्या है? By the way, conditions क्या है? Conditions parallel operation. So first one is voltage must be same. And second one, like the transformer, ये वाला AC है, transformer भी AC है. Transformer में क्या किया? Frequency. incoming generator का frequency should be same as existing generator system. And third one, transform में क्या किया हमने? Phase sequence. It has to be kind of same. So these are the major conditions to be satisfied: voltage, frequency, and phase sequence. Voltage same हुआ, अगर नहीं हुआ तो क्या हो गया? इधर different potential. So bulb क्या होगा? Potential difference आएगा, then bulb will glow. So if you show it here now, phase sequence के बारे में बात कर रहा हूँ. One generator is here. Say for example, small a, b, c, or existing one, capital A, capital B, capital C. This is small a, as I mentioned. This is small b, this is small c. So in dark lamp method, if you use a kind of dark lamp method, what is happen? All bulbs are dark. All bulbs are dark at point of synchronization, meaning VAA is equal to V capital B small b capital C small c should be equal to 0. इन दोनों के बीच में वोल्टेज नहीं है, सो इधर जो भी आपने बल्ब कनेक्ट कर रही हो तो बंद होगा, ब्राइटनेस नहीं होगा. सो दैट इज अ पॉइंट ऑफ सिंक्रोनाइजेशन फॉर डार्क लैम्प मेथड. लेकिन डार्क लैम्प मेथड का डिसएडवांटेज क्या है? अगर मान लो इसका वोल्टेज if it is 1/3 of its rated value, 1/3 of its rate, मतलब मान लो इसका वोल्टेज 230 volt something like this, 1/3 of its rated value, if it is come down, then even then also the bulb will be dark. So bulb, you might have seen low voltage problem. कभी कभी क्या bulb, you don't feel that bulb is grown, but there is some voltage. So completely not zero, still the bulb is kind of not glowing. So ये वाला problem आ जाएगा. इसलिए we don't prefer the dark lamp method here now. So then what we do here now? So we do dark and bright lamp method. What we do in the dark and bright lamp method here now? Let us see here now. The dark and bright lamp method. Yeah, mention that point, dark lamp method. In dark lamp method, bulb is connected between three bulbs are connected between corresponding phases. Three bulbs are connected between the corresponding phases. Okay. At point of synchronization, all bulbs are dark. All bulbs are dark. But disadvantage of this method is if the voltage across the lamps or bulbs, is less than 1/3 of rated voltage. 1/3 of its rated voltage. The bulb do not glow. The bulb do not glow. This disadvantage addressed in dark and bright lamp method. This disadvantage is addressed in dark and bright lamp method. Okay. Okay, fine. So what is dark and bright lamp method? I'll connect the bulbs. Look at here now. So what I'm doing here, let us see. This is what I'm discussing now, dark and bright lamp method. So this is small a, small b, small c. Look at how the point of synchronization there. Point of synchronization. मतलब इसका मतलब कि कहाँ इस स्विच को क्लोज करना, दैट इज अ पॉइंट ऑफ सिंक्रोनाइजेशन. फर्स्ट जनरेटर के लिए फेज सीक्वेंस वाला, दिस इज मान लो इनकमिंग वन, एग्जिस्टिंग वन, V small a, V small b, V small c. Now incoming capital letters है ना, so it has to be, as I mentioned, in phase. Length should be same, V capital A, and in phase length should be capital same, magnitude should be same, phase sequences should be same. This is VC. So this is the point of synchronization. You have to close the switch at A, B, C. मतलब all three are kind of rotating. This one is rotating in the direction. मैंने बता दिया phase sequence कैसे define करेगा. Phase sequence should be opposite to the vector notation. So you have rotated in this one. This is a vector notation. So phase sequence A, B, C होना चाहिए. And how do you change the phase sequence of the machine? कैसे change कर सकते हैं? अभी A, B, C sequence है, हमको A, C, B आना चाहिए. By just reversing the rotation of the rotor, right? By reversing the rotation of the rotor, you can change the phase sequence of the generator. You can mention that point. Phase sequence of the machine can be changed by changing the rotation of the rotor. That is asked once in the gate. Phase sequence of the machine can be changed by changing the rotation of the rotor. Okay, what is this is a point of synchronization. What is not a point of synchronization? Just to mention this point, हमें dark and bright lamp method में you make sure this V capital A small a definitely 0, and V capital B and small c, and B and small c, and C and small b voltage कैसे होगा यार? अब देखो इधर capital B small c, so this is the voltage. Capital B small c, this is the voltage. What is capital C and small b? Capital C and small b also here only. You are getting here now. So both the voltages are same, you can see. If it is not point of synchronization, ये मतलब same means equal brightness. So in dark and bright lamp method में one bulb is connected here now, one lamp, another lamp is between here, and another lamp is between here. So that one bulb is dark, one lamp is dark, and two lamps, two bulbs are equally bright. Two bulbs are equally bright. It has to happen simultaneously. One bulb dark होना चाहिए, दो bulbs simultaneously bright होना चाहिए, equal brightness. ऐसा नहीं कि एक ज्यादा होगा brightness, दूसरा कम होगा, नहीं. ये दोनों bulbs है ना, क्रॉस में कनेक्ट कर दिया. दोनों bulbs should have equal brightness. ये वाला बल्ब डार्क होना चाहिए. अगर ये तीन सेटिस्फाई हुआ तो, ये दो कंडीशन सेटिस्फाई हुआ तो आप स्विच को क्लोज करो बस. दैट इज अ पॉइंट ऑफ सिंक्रोनाइजेशन. ठीक है यार, सिंक्रोनाइजेशन होने के बाद क्या करना है? अभी शेयर करना लोड. इधर हमारा लोड है, ठीक है. इट हैज टू सप्लाई द लोड. So how much is supplying, we'll see in the parallel operation. Let me do parallel operation now. So shall I move on? Shall I move on? Is it clear, guys? एक बार अपने ऑल्टरनेटर को सिंक्रोनाइज कर दिया, मतलब इनकमिंग जनरेटर को एग्जिस्टिंग जनरेटर से, एग्जिस्टिंग सिस्टम से आप सिंक्रोनाइज करना है, क्लोज करना है सिस्टम। तो उसके बाद जो भी इनकमिंग जनरेटर, जो भी नया जनरेटर आया, वो नया जनरेटर लोड लेना चाहिए, कुछ तो शेयर करना चाहिए, ठीक है। वो शेयर करना कैसे शेयर करेगा, लेट अस सी हियर नाउ। सो दैट्स व्हाट विल डू इन द पैरेलल ऑपरेशन ऑफ ऑल्टरनेटर, ठीक है। So let me move on here. Now the actual parallel operation. So what are we doing here? One generator, single line diagram I'm drawing here, and you have a infinite bus. This is G1, and there is a second generator G2. हमने synchronize कर दिया G2, and there is a total load PL. So it has to supply, I don't know, P1 supply कर रहे तो P2 supply. It has to be, load has to be satisfied. PL equal to P1 plus P2. But how the load is sharing here now? So load sharing is depending upon its frequency and power characteristics. So load sharing depends upon frequency and power characteristics. Frequency FP characteristics. So how this will be here now, let us see. ये वाला frequency है F, and this is power. So frequency terminology is 51, something like 50 or 49 and 48 something. Now one generator, as the load increases, definitely, and its frequency decreases, speed of the rotor decreases or frequency of the system decreases. This is मान लो G1 के लिए। G2 का characteristics अलग होगा, ये वाला drooping है, both are kind of drooping in nature only. मतलब drooping means it gets decreased, slope is decreasing slope. So this is say G2. If you look at here now, ये तो P1 supply कर रहे, P2 supply कर रहे। अगर मान लो दोनों ये P1 supply कर रहे, मान लो इसका P1 इधर आ गए, this is the point of P1. Either P2 same frequency common होना चाहिए, मैंने बता दिया already. So one is it has to satisfy the load. Second one is frequency. दोनों frequency same होना चाहिए. So this is supplying P2. So both the common operating point is 49 hertz here. But sometimes what should I do? Sometimes I make sure that second generator should supply more power. अरे इसको ऊपर लेके जाओ, ये तो नीचे लेके आओ, मतलब मेरे को पता चले, you know something called economic load dispatch, something like economic load dispatch, something in the power system. इकोनॉमिकली लोड को पावर को डिस्पैच करो. We have to do that. So means I came to know that अगर ऐसा वाला सप्लाई ज्यादा पावर आपने जीवन से सप्लाई कर दिया तो मान लो आपका रायपुर सिटी है, रायपुर सिटी को एक मतलब रायपुर सिटी में एक जनरेटर है, दैट जनरेटर से मान लो G2, एक और जनरेटर दिल्ली से सप्लाई आ रहा है. अगर मान लो आपने दिल्ली जनरेटर से आपने ज्यादा पावर लिया तो लॉसेज ज्यादा होगा, कॉस्ट बढ़ जाएगा. इसलिए you take more power from the nearest generator or the fuel cost characteristics need to see. So इसलिए what we do here now, G2 characteristic, G2 से ज्यादा power लेना, वो कैसे आएगा? So I can move these FP characteristics up and down. Hey, huh? Hey, so these FP characteristics, what I am saying here now, ये वाला you can move up and down, इसके ऊपर लेके जाओ, इसको नीचे लेके आओ, means something like this here now. FP characteristics 50. This also can be done something like, take this here now, G2 here, same color I use, G2, G1 is 50 here, so that your operating point is now this one, so that now the power is P2 and this power is P1. Operating frequency 49 है, लेकिन now G2 is supplying more. Here G1 supply more, here G2 supply more. So these characteristics can be slided up and down by changing the input to the generator. Input to generator क्या है? देखा, इसको नो लोड फ्रीक्वेंसी 50 है G2 को, इधर नो लोड फ्रीक्वेंसी 51 है. फ्रीक्वेंसी ज्यादा करना मतलब F equal to NP by 120. इसको स्पीड को ज्यादा करना है. रोटर का स्पीड कैसे ज्यादा कर सकते हैं? रोटर का स्पीड can be done by changing the input to the rotor, steam input, water input, right? So ज्यादा पानी डालो टरबाइन के ऊपर, ज्यादा डिस्चार्ज, पानी का डिस्चार्ज करो तो रोटर आउट जोर से रोटेट होगा, ताकि आप इनका नो लोड फ्रीक्वेंसी बढ़ेगा. लेकिन अरे जितना भी नो लोड फ्रीक्वेंसी होने दो, लेकिन ऑपरेटिंग फ्रीक्वेंसी तो कॉमन होना चाहिए. जनरेटर कैन रन एट डिफरेंट स्पीड्स. हाइड्रो जनरेटर कैन रन 400 RPM, thermal generator can run 1500 RPM, nuclear generator can run 3000 RPM, I don't mind, or wind generator can run, let's say 200 RPM, I don't mind, but the frequency of the grid should be same. समझ गए ना बात? So इसलिए आप तो जनरेटर का स्पीड बदल सकते हैं, but make sure that operating frequency is same. So mention that point. FP characteristics, frequency power characteristics can be slided up and down. Frequency power characteristics can be slided up and down. By changing the mechanical input to the rotor. By changing the mechanical input to the rotor. Okay. Now mathematical treatment क्या है? Mathematically, for example, इसका slope G1 का slope M1 है, G2 का slope M2 है. Okay, let me take it here now. This is say मान लो G1, no load frequency is F01. This is G2, no load frequency is F2, F02. Slope is M1 इसका slope is M2. I want to write mathematical equations here. Y equal to mx plus c. What is y-axis here? Y-axis is f, frequency. So frequency first generate f1, which is equal to slope m1. X-axis k. This is p1 plus c is when x equal to 0, when p equal to 0, f equal to what is the value? F01. Second expression, f2, your m2 p2 plus f02. This is the mathematical one. And under common operating frequency, both has to be same and it has to satisfy the load. Right, copy this one and we'll solve one problem here now. Let me solve a problem here. Write on a problem. Two generators are parallel operated. Two generators are parallel operated. to supply a load 2.8 megawatt. 2.8 megawatt. Its drooping constant is, we call drooping constant also, its drooping constant is -1 hertz per megawatt. Drooping constant means slope, -1 hertz per megawatt. Its characteristics are given like this. Please draw this. Characteristics are given. Cats are given. Find the power supplied by the each generator. Supplied by each generator. Second, operating frequency. Operating frequency. Okay. What is that given here now? Supplied power supplied P1, P2 चाहिए. So two equations, mathematical equations. ये वाला क्या है? F01, no load. Look at here now. Solution. F01, no load frequency of generator 1, 51. F02 is 50. Equations लिख देना. F1 equal to M1 mx P1 plus C F01 F2 M2 P2 F02 substitute करो. F1 equal to slope is minus h1 megawatt minus 1 per megawatt. So P1 will be in megawatt. So megawatt get cancels out. F01 is 51. So minus 1 and P2 this is 50. No load frequency generate 50. So parallel operation के लिए condition क्या है? For parallel operation, F1 is equal to F2. So it becomes minus P1 51 is equal to minus P2 50. So equation 1. Second equation क्या है? It is to carry a 2.8 megawatt. So P1, P2 is 2.8. So what is solve 1 and 2? Get me the value here now. Solve 1 and 2. What is P1? What is P2? Tell me that value. So with that power supplied by each generator मिल जाएगा. Then operating frequency. इसमें P1 नहीं तो इसमें P2 substitute करो, frequency मिलेगा. Okay.
सर इक्वेशन नंबर 2 में P1 प्लस P2 इक्वल 28 है क्या?
2.8 है ना, दिया है ना, P1 प्लस
यस
P2
सर।
20 नहीं है, 2.8 दिया आपको, लोड को सेटिस्फाई करना, 2.8 लेना है, ठीक है। तो ये दोनों सॉल्व करो।
यस सर।
So this is P1 इस तरफ आएगा, then you solve that. So this is, I think, P1 minus P2 is equal to 1, and then P1 plus P2 equal to 2.8. 2P1 is 3.8. P1 is simple, right? How much? 1.9. P1 is 1.9. P2 is remaining 0.9. That's all. ये दोनों सॉल्व करना है ना, मैंने बता दिया। तो P1 minus P2 which is equal to 1 from here. P1 plus P2 0.8. So 2P1 add करे दोनों, 3.8 आएगा. P1 is 1.9, P2 equal 0.9 megawatt. Once you get this one, P1, P2 or anything is fine, इसमें सब्स्टिट्यूट करो फ्रीक्वेंसी के लिए, नहीं तो इसमें सब्स्टिट्यूट करो फ्रीक्वेंसी के लिए, ओके। Yeah, perfect answer. That's what P1 is 1.9, P2 0.9. Operating frequency. Frequency कितना कैलकुलेट करना? P1 is 1.9 सब्स्टिट्यूट करो, नहीं तो P2 0.9 सब्स्टिट्यूट करो. 50 minus 0.9, so 49.1. Yeah, that's correct answer. Perfect. So F1 or F2 both are equal, right? So इसमें सब्स्टिट्यूट करो, माइनस P2 का वैल्यू 0.9 है प्लस 50 which is 41.8. This is the operating point. So if you show here now somewhere, you can see here now, this is the point. So this P1 is 1.9, P2 is 0.9 power, and operating frequency is, yes, दोनों same है. Answer need not calculate, it will be same. It has to be same. Need not calculate F1, F2. दोनों same आएगा. Only one substitute करो. So this value is 41 Hz. Okay. Right. With this, the synchronous machine is over. You see some question here now. I don't have enough time, but tomorrow we can do it. No issues. But 15 minutes time. Let me solve one or two questions. Sign input synchronous motor या generator दोनों same है. Developer reluctance torque. मैंने बता दिया reluctance power. So reluctance power is equal to torque into omega. Omega, yes. Reluctance torque, reluctance power. This is P is reluctance power. What is reluctance power? I have given the thing for you. Vt square by 2 power. Second term 1 by x cube 1 by xt sine 2 delta. है ना? I have given, just refer the notes. So when power maximum, torque will be maximum. So when this will be maximum here? When 2 delta equal to 90. So sin 90 आएगा ना? So delta equal to 45. The second term I have discussed reluctance power. So answer is 45. So next one. Read the problem. What is it given? 400 volt delta connected है. Field current दिया. It get a rated armature short circuit current. Same field current open circuit भी दे. तो VOC ISC दिया है. Phase voltage से. Find VR. VR का definition लिखो पहले. E minus V upon V. E minus V upon V. V पता है हमको. What is the value? This is the rated one, 400 volts. What you have to find the E. How do you get E? E, I told you E, which is equal to, along with angle also you can get it, Vt plus J, generator है ना वाला, cylindrical rotor plus J, IR excess है. So you substitute here now. This is delta connected. Delta connected phase voltage 400. You need not divide with this one, 400 at angle 0. J current. What is armature current? Rated current चाहिए हमको. You just 25 equal to root 3 VLIL, root 3 VL and IAR. So of course 25 kVA, 25 into 10 cube, 25 kV. IAR is S equal root 3 VL है ना? This is what I am writing. IAR equal to 25 K is 10 cube root 3 400. Get me this value. This is around, I have the answer also, 36 amps around. So इसमें substitute करो 36 angle चाहिए, ये तो leading है, 0.8 leading means plus 36.86. Excess is unknown here. Now to find excess, EMF method. How do you find excess? VOC by ISC at constant field current. This is field current 5 amps. VOC by root 3 provided line voltage दिया. ये तो phase voltage है. That is given already. So 360 upon short circuit current. What is the short circuit current? Short circuit rated current. This is, of course, what we are getting is line only. This is line, hai na? So I want the phase current, not this 36 here. Now, what is the phase current here? Now 36 by root 3. Root 3 VLIL, 36 by root 3. Phase current milega, which is 26.83. So you have to take that one. Phase current, everything is phase. This is 400 voltage and the phase current is 26. Rated load, so 26 this is. And that's all. VOC by ISC, VOC is 360. ISC rated short circuit current of 26. Is this correct? 26, 36 by root 3 kitna hai? Just look at that one. I think something, yeah, that's correct. Yeah, that's what, something is fishy here. 20.83, that's correct. Nice, thank you, Anchal. 20.83, 20.83. So this is 20.83. What is this?
20.78.
No issues, okay, whatever it may, 20.78, whatever it is. Yeah, not much difference, you get it, 20.78. So 20.78 आप ले लो. कितना आ रहा है वाला? VOC by ISC. This is around 17. Are you getting 17?
17.32.
Okay, nice. 17.32 इसमें substitute करो. This is 17.3. So if you finish this one completely, the voltage that you are going to get is, I am giving the value to you. You can try it later. 341. So 341 at an angle. Angle will be there, but I don't know. That value is not there. Only magnitude I have. So 341 at an angle, you will get it definitely. But magnitude is required for us. So इसमें substitute करो. E is 341 per phase voltage. Delta connected है ना? So this is a phase voltage, line voltage दोनों same है. So 400 by 400 into 100. This is negative. That's what I told you. Voltage देखा आपने generator है. Generator है लेकिन no load voltage is more than the terminal volt, less than the terminal voltage. Meaning load voltage is more than the your no load voltage. ज़्यादा है इधर. VT ज़्यादा है E से. Normally generator में E will be more in generator, but this is not the case. मैंने बता दिया E will be less than V in case of leading, but not all the leading cases. But we have calculated कहाँ से चालू होगा, हमने calculation भी कर दिया transformer में. Same is true here also. इसका वैल्यू कितना है? 341 minus 400 by 400. What is the value? This is around minus 14. minus 14.5%. Just check that one, please. Yeah, whatever you get it, 14 minus 14.7. Yeah, there is some actually 3 to 5% error also is accepted. I mean, tolerance that within that range you can get the answer. No issues. Yeah, I'll stop here. So if you have any doubt, you can ask me. Otherwise, tomorrow we'll start the new topic, induction motor. Right. That's the last chapter. I think it can be done by another week or so. Okay. Okay then. Thank you guys. Thank you then. We will see you tomorrow morning.
सर ये वाला इक्वेशन कैसे फाइंड करेंगे? ई वाला सर लास्ट में जो यहाँ पे है ना।
अच्छा ये वाला तो एक मिनट
सर, जैसे पोल वाले हैं ना, तो एग्जाम में हम लोग के पास तो कैल्सी नहीं रहेगा, तो हम लोग कैसे सॉल्व करेंगे?
एग्जाम में पोल कैल्सी नहीं है तो आपको ये साइंटिफिक कैलकुलेटर नहीं होगा, लेकिन नॉर्मल कैल्सी मिल जाएगा ना। आपका नॉर्मल होता है ना।
यस सर।
सो ठीक है, अगर मान लो आप ऐसा नहीं कर सकते, वो तो गुड पॉइंट है। तो दूसरा चीज क्या है, इसको आप कैसे लिख सकते हैं? आई हैव गिवन दिस वन आल्सो, इफ यू रिमेंबर, दिस इज द वन फॉर जनरेटर लैगिंग केस। फेजर डायग्राम मैंने बना लिया आपको। दिस इज VI, this is current IAR, okay, and IARA, this is, and plus J IARXS. So this is what I have, EF, and this is delta, this is phi. If RA neglected, so what we can do, either extend karo, just extend this, and this is the 90-degree wala. So this one O or X dash A wala length, which is IARA, this is IARA. From triangle OXY, triangle OXY में EF square, EF OY square, OY square Pythagoras theorem, which is OX plus XX dash whole square, and this one say Y dash XY dash plus YY dash whole square. Do you agree with me? This is a lagging case, generator lagging case. Do you agree with me? Evan, total?
Yes sir.
Good. So this is only magnitude EF square. OX is only magnitude Vt cos phi plus IARA whole square, and XY dash, this is Vt sin phi. Vt sin phi. Sajay, एक मिनट तो क्लास 1 मिनट 2 मिनट तक हो जाएगा, कॉल करता हूँ आपको। हाँ अभी 2 मिनट कॉल करता हूँ, ठीक है, ओके। सो Vt sin phi है ना, प्लस ये वाला Vt cos phi Vt sin phi इधर से आया, तो हो गया Vt sin phi, YY dash IR excess whole square. That's all. So EF ka magnitude is like this. This is for lagging. VT cos phi plus IA R RA whole square. VT sin phi IR excess whole square. For leading case, need not do any time, need not do a kind of again draw the phasor diagram. I am directly giving the value. For leading case, EF magnitude is no delta नहीं मिलेगा इधर से आपको. VT cos phi only IAR excess इधर माइनस आ जाएगा. Plus IARA whole square. So normally I don't encourage you to remember all the formula. Yes, अगर आपके पास calci नहीं तो ये use करना ही पड़ेगा. IAR excess whole square. Of course under root. समझ गए ना आंसर?
Yes sir.
तो इधर क्या है वो डेल्टा बिल्टा तो कैल्सी का जरूरत भी नहीं होता है नॉर्मल मल्टीप्लिकेशन ये वाला बट आई थिंक यू विल हैव कैल्सी दिस इज नॉट द साइंटिफिक वन नॉर्मल कैल्सी होता है उसमें कॉस और साइन फंक्शन भी होता है डेफिनेटली सो इन दैट केस इवन द प्रीवियस एक्सप्रेशन आल्सो यू कैन कन्वर्ट इनटू पोलर टू रेक्टेंगल आल्सो दैट नॉर्मली यू कैन डू इट बट साइंटिफिक कैल्स में जल्दी कर सकते हो उसको सीधा वैल्यू सब्स्टिट्यूट करो r at an angle theta 2 x plus jy सीधा मिल जाएगा लेकिन कर सकते हैं विदाउट साइंटिफिक कैल्स also you can do the previous expression otherwise if you want to more advanced or more kind of what do you say here now easy one you can do this one calculation के लिए आसान है लेकिन याद रखने के लिए दिक्कत है आपकी मर्जी है बस is it fine Anchal? Okay, fine. Okay then, thank you guys. If you don't have anything, yeah, I can wind up the session. Tomorrow we'll meet morning for electronics. Right. Tomorrow we'll start another topic. Thank you all. Thank you guys.